The art of baking. Most people think of baking as being hard and using way too much of your brain for it, but it's not. There are simple steps to the art of baking that will help you progress in this art. Baking is simple if you know how to do it right. It's all about ingredients and the measurements you use. Baking can require some math, so make sure you know all the basics, but it's the easy stuff, so no need to worry. Differences between baking and cooking. Baking uses primarily flour-based foods in which the heat of an oven sets their structure. Bread, cake, and muffins are all considered as foods that are made for baking. Cooking, on the other hand, deals with the practice of using skills and heat. When you heat up the stovetop, you have to get it to the right temperature for the food to become perfect. In cooking, you're making more savory than sweet dishes. How to make a perfect cake. Baking a cake is all about measurements, mixing, and sifting. Most people think this is the hard part, but it's not. To get good results on your cake, you have to make sure to mix your ingredients well and get all the good stuff from around and under the bowl. Oven issues. If you want to start getting into baking, you must know your own oven. No one likes an overdone or underdone cake. The best way to bake your pastry or cake is put it directly in the middle of the oven. Also, for the best results, get an oven thermometer. Leveling and shaping the cake. Have you ever wondered how people get their cakes so flat and really cool shapes? With this little contraption, it's how you can make your cake a perfect cake. Cake leveler is a little tool most bakers use for making their cakes look flat and perfect, so when they stand, they aren't all bumpy. Decorating to the perfect extent. The purpose of decorating a cake is to turn an ordinary pastry into a piece of food art. Decorating can be as simple or complex as you want. You need to choose a layout for your design before you start decorating the cake. You need to make sure you have the right measurements of fondant and icing. You also have to make sure that you have decorating skills and training. Techniques to decorate. Stock up on basic materials, nothing too fancy for starters. Choose your components, so what and icing will you use? Royal, buttercream, or cream cheese frosting. Research what event you're planning to bring your pastry/food art to. Last but not least, work and perfect your technique on piping icing, and you have to use gentle strokes and make sure that there are no air bubbles in the piping bag or icing tip. Delivering the final product. What should be done first is stack the cake and have someone hold it in the back of the vehicle. When it is at the destination, then put on all the decor after it is delivered so your hard work doesn't get ruined.